And I also want to thank, I'm not 100% sure who all put this together. I know Beth, Carrie. If I'm forgetting someone, I apologize for sure. But I want to thank everybody for putting tonight together. It's very special. I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Chrissy Brown who put these things together. Yeah. They were outstanding. I got a little bit of flack from Rob Barletta. Hey. As I told Rob Barletta, championships don't pay for cleaning services. So that being said, so what we're going to do is just hand out the trophies to the boys, and when your name is announced, please come up and get your trophy, and we'll get that going now. So stand back a little bit. Back up. Oh, one other thing, I would certainly be be remiss if I didn't thank Coach Brown. If I didn't thank Coach Brown and Coach Hegney for all their support this year too. I've been with Paul 3 years and 5 years. Has it been? And it's like 500. But I've coached with a lot of guys. Hey, I've coached with a lot of guys, and Paul, I truly like his support, his friendship, and it's been a blessing. So I want to thank Paul. All right. With that being said, we'll start with. This person is certainly a rose between two thorns, and I hope the two thorns don't take offense to that. But this is one of our more talented players, Olivia. Olivia was awesome this year. All right, so all of our defensemen were fantastic. This certainly is this kid played great for us from beginning to end, and in the playoffs he was outstanding. Timmy Blair. All right, so next year. Yeah, right. So we had three lines that could really go, but this kid was probably one of the best snipers in NEH this year, and without him, we certainly wouldn't be in the championship. So that is Chris Cabral. All right, this guy. I love this guy. He started off as an alternate on our team. All right. But when I talked to his parents, I really wanted him to play full time, and he turned out to be one of our best back checkers, one of our hardest workers, and really proud to have him on our team. And it's Dante and Ellen. All right. This guy again is one of our solid defensemen. He's one of the most colorful kids I've had to have on my team in quite some time. He was not that there's checking in NEH, but if we needed to slow someone down, this is one of the guys we'd ask to help out. That's Matty Pell. All right, so this guy is he developed quite a bit from the first day to the last day. He's one of our, I would say he's another one of our snipers. Really, really good player. Really, really good hockey sense. Quiet. And his line turned out to be one of the top lines consistently throughout the year, and he was a big part of that, and that's Jake. This kid is certainly quiet. This kid is certainly one of my favorites. He's been with me for quite some time. Everything he does is hard. Everything he does at 110 miles an hour. And I always appreciated that, because that's all I wanted for my kids, is to work 110%. This kid certainly did. And it's Justin Ledger. This guy's been with me for a while too, and I will say from the beginning of this year to the end of this year, he's one of the most improved players, to the point of if we had quicker kids on the ice, this would be one of the kids that we would look to put on the ice because he was so quick from the first step to the last step, and he was very, very consistent and improved quite a bit, and that's Richie Brown. here is he's what we call Mr. Versatility. He started out as a defenseman. We moved him up front, but realistically, this guy, if you notice throughout the year, we were able to put, you need a guy on a team, on a championship team like this, because you can put him in many different situations, and each situation he would get the job done. And it was great to have on the team, and I'll miss him dearly next year. Austin Darren. All right, so. Sorry. This kid is it's unfortunate his parents aren't here because they had to leave a little bit early, but this is one of our defensemen who we really counted on. And he was smooth, very, very smooth from the back into the front end. He can move the puck quite a bit. We had him on penalty kill, and we had him on the power play as well. He's very, very dangerous. Move the puck. He's a very, very good kid. Colin Doherty. All right, so guys, back up. Another one of my favorites, right? Another one of my favorites. This is another guy that really, really developed. And when at the first of the year, I wasn't sure if he should be a forward or defenseman, or what it was. But because he had, he was kind of a big body, so we moved him back on defense. And he really progressed as the year went on. He really improved. And at the end of the year, he was one of the guys that we would put out the ice when we needed a stop. And he played a lot against the other team on the penalty. And that is he's a class act, this kid, Michael Welton. Hey,
he played with the Blackhawks last year.
To win a championship, you need kids to step up. You really do. And quiet. And this kid, guys. So this kid was dangerous from every time he touched the puck, and he was ultra dangerous in the championships. He brought us back in one game for sure with 2 goals. And he plays with a lot. He plays kind of like with a chip in his shoulder, so I liked him right off the bat. And he was big for us. And that's how Brandon played. All right, so this kid was, I mean, they're all my favorites. But there's little things I take away from different kids. And what I mentioned to the kids before the year, as it went on, is I needed 110% from everybody. And this kid was the, if you would look up effort, you would see his name in the dictionary. I mean, his effort made him a better player. There's no doubt about it. And I always told my guys that if you want to get better, you work hard at what you do. And this kid is the poster child for that. And I'm going to miss him greatly next year. It's Andrew Falzone. All right. This is another type of kid you need to win a championship. If I was to use a pro hockey player, I would say Patrice Bergeron is this type of player. I mean, he was good. This kid was good at everything. He really was. I mean, all the kids had a significant piece to play in our championship. But even when this kid got hurt, we moved him from center to wing, and he filled the valid role there and did a great job for us. And he's a great kid to coach, and thank God for him, because his father was a pain in the butt on the bench at times. He's one of my favorites too. But this kid is a solid player, and I wish him well moving forward, and that's Connor Hickey. All right, so they say behind a great, so behind a great coach, which I certainly am not, is always hopefully he's a great son, and I'm very, very I will say this about quiet. I'll say this about Liam. He works hard. And I was very proud of him this year. Because during his practice, he worked hard. In the games, he worked hard. And sometimes, as a coach, you can be a little bit harder on your son. But whenever I asked him to do something, he gave 110%. All right, last not least, quiet. What I told the guys before the last game of the year, when it was one and done, is that one thing that we can count on is that we had the best goalie in our locker room. So you can't win a championship without a championship caliber goaltender. And I've had this kid for 2 years, and he's one of the kids I'm going to miss next year too. So Riley Harrison was great.